Hi everybody, welcome to Full Face Predator Calling video blog, episode number 4. What a week it was. I was doing a lot of experimenting with different rifles, scopes, reticles, bipods, tripods. I was trying everything, calling systems, and it was eventful. I had a couple hits, a couple misses, and one runner. You'll see most of that on video. I have to say I had some difficulty pressing the buttons sometimes. So we'll see how we make out with all of this. But anyhow, one important thing did happen. I came up with an awesome strategy for targeting early season coyotes, especially those ones that want to howl at us from the woods and not show themselves. I'm going to show that strategy, that tactic, during this blog. That's super important. Let's start off and talk about this calling strategy I came up with this week. It was really effective and it's easy. Simplicity at its finest, if you will. It worked from dusk to dawn and all hours in between. So let's check it out. The first thing I do, get to the stand with your stealth-like approach, emit one howl, one lone howl, and then sit there for 6 to 10 minutes. Now in the darkness, I'm not going to lie, that's sort of boring. So just work your scanner, your thermal scanner, or your lights, whatever you have, okay? And do your best to be alert, looking for any coyotes that might come in silently. If you're lucky, they'll howl back at you, and then it's game on. Again, if they howl back, I don't repeat what I hear. That was the old school advice. Now that might work for somebody, and if it works for you, by all means keep doing it. But if you're having a lull, if you don't know what to do, try this simple technique. One lone howl, 6 to 10 minutes of scanning. Then I go to Fox Pro's female yodel howl. Now I don't play the whole series. 2 or 3 howls is it. And wait, more silence. This week they were showing up after the female yodel howl. Not all the time, but a good percentage. At this point, you have to sort of take the temperature. What's the coyote doing if they're being vocal? Are they barking? Are they howling? If they don't do anything, okay, the next thing I would do is go into some sort of pup distress. And I like that new Fox Pro's frantic pup distress. I know there's a million of them, but try that. Okay, and again, if you're not a Fox Pro user, substitute with another sound that's similar. Okay, now, if you're lucky, the coyotes will howl. And you'll see that, from their sound, you can track their progress. They're coming in. If that's the case, by all means, turn your firearm, get ready for them. I didn't capture it on film, but I had one cross the road on me, and he caught me by surprise. So, lone howl, yodel howl. Sometimes if there's a lull, but there's a coyote barking or howling, but he hasn't shown up yet, I bark. There's a bunch of barks available, barking sounds. Bark to him sporadically. Don't overdo any of this, and be patient. They'll show up. It's quite amazing. I've got a graphic that shows you what these sounds are. But that's it. That's the simple tactic. Let's check out 2 of the successful hunts from this past week. The first one was basically epic. I used the strategy we just talked about. Now it took a while, but after about the 15 or 20 minute mark, I saw 3 coyotes approaching on the hill to my left. Next thing I know, 2 more joined them. Now I had 5 coyotes running to me. In the chaos of the situation, sadly, I pressed the wrong button. I ended up with a still picture of 3 coyotes and not the awesome kill shots that I thought I was going to get. Nonetheless, killing 2 out of the 5 made for an awesome night and showed the power of that new calling sequence. Last night's hunt was equally awesome. I must tell you, at dusk, I did call in a daytime coyote and I just flat out missed it. It's a grainy footage that was too long to include in this blog. It'll be on the Lawand Outdoors YouTube page. Sadly, it's just a terrible miss. And I was dejected, but I pressed on. Later in the night, I was still rolling with this new calling strategy we talked about, and I had an awesome hunt. At the first spot, I did the one lone howl. The woods lit up below me. I did the yodel howls and nothing showed up until the frantic pup. But sadly, this coyote was smart. He didn't go down in front of me like I wanted to. He backdoored me and I couldn't get a shot. Knowing there was more coyotes in the woods, I packed up stand, drove around the block, and set up on a fresh bean field. It was freshly cut like an hour before. I had to wait for the machines to leave. Anyhow, knowing that I just howled a bunch, I wanted to give them something different, so I went straight to Lil's Cottontail. It paid off because within 2 or 3 minutes, a pair of coyotes came from my right. You'll see the short video clip where I nailed the one coyote and down it goes. The other one escaped to live for another day. It sure saved the day. It was an epic hunt. Episode 5 is going to have to wait an extra week. My schedule this upcoming week involves no predator hunting, no deer hunting at all. So we'll come back towards the end of October for episode 5.